today is the 25th of April 2023. So a government official from Eswatini has described gold mafia, the Al Jazeera documentary that exposed syndicates that are behind massive gold smuggling and money laundering in Zimbabwe, as a personal fight against Uebert Angel. In the documentary, Zimbabwe featured prominently after Uebert Angel, born Uebert Angel, was secretly recorded offering to help undercover Al Jazeera journalist to launder $1.2 billion in dirty money. Al Jazeera journalists had introduced themselves to Angel as part of Chinese criminals that wanted to clean dirty money through gold smuggling. The documentary also touched on the smuggling of Zimbabwean cigarettes into South Africa and money laundering. In a video that has gone viral on social media, Eswatini government spokesperson Afias Kumalo described the expose as a personal vendetta against Angel, who is President Emmerson Mnangagwa's ambassador at large. Kumalo claimed there was a plot to smear Mnangagwa's name and scatter Zimbabwe's investment deals. Newsday quotes him as saying, "Of utmost interest and importance in the story that has been developing on Al Jazeera, the journalists behind the story are breaking all norms that govern journalistic ethics. They lack understanding that diplomacy is a very difficult job to do, which is to navigate around the international system to ensure that the countries they represent get the best in the form of international investors." When you look at the documentary, it is a personal to Ambassador Uebert Angel. The documentary is a dumb squid which focuses on someone who is not even a civil servant. Ambassador Angel is allowed to do business and to partner with international observers as they are willing, engaging him within the interest of the people of Zimbabwe. He accused the Al Jazeera journalist of trying to jeopardize the investment and engagement efforts since it failed to show Angel holding the gold. Kumalo defended Angel ahead of King Mswati's third arrival in Zimbabwe, where he is scheduled to officially open the 63rd edition of the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair, ZITF, in Bulawayo on Friday. Zambia's former Foreign Affairs Minister Heri Kalaba also made another recording where he said there was nothing amiss with what Angel was doing, as diplomats could do anything to woo investors. Kalaba resigned as Foreign Affairs Minister under former President Lungu, citing corruption in the Zambian government. He believes that diplomats have to use their ingenuity to attract investors to their country, and there's nothing wrong with their behind-the-scenes action. He also thinks that Zimbabwe's situation should be understood from the perspective of the sanctions they are going through, and President Mnangagwa should be encouraged instead of being criticized. Local analysts, however, scoffed at Kumalo and Kalaba's attempts to dismiss the revelations by Al Jazeera. Center for Natural Resources Governance Executive Director Farai Mangu said the comments simply reveal the endemic corruption in Africa. A political analyst named Rejoice Ngwenya said that African governments rely on diplomacy to maintain their current situation. Diplomats are not staged at airports, which allows them to engage in unethical behavior without consequence. Ngwenya also criticized foreign diplomats for not considering how their actions affect local communities. Angel, through his lawyer Labo Maduk, claimed that he did nothing wrong as he was taking part in an intelligence operation. So guys, that's the latest here. And so Mr. Kumalo is saying that this is a personal fight against Uebert Angel, and at the same time the Zambian counterpart, who was former Home Affairs Minister Heri Kalaba from Zambia, said that diplomats could do anything to woo investors. Saka, are you telling me that those who nema ambassadors zokuti vanonyepa nekunyepa nekuita zvimwe zvinhu just to please people who wants to come to your country to invest? At the same time, mari dzinenge dzichiuya from these investors dzimwe dzacho dzinenge dzakasviba. Of course, on paper vanenge vachitaura mari kuti investor ari kuuya ne$1 billion, but in reality ari kutoya more than 1 billion, because imwe yacho inenge yakasviba inenge ichizoya muZimbabwe kana any other African country kuya kuzocleanwa. And at the same time, I don't think those diplomats will be acting on behalf of Zimbabwe or in the best interest of Zimbabweans. No, because iwo vanenge vane ma appreciation fees avanenge vachizopuwa handika nema-investors aya, like what Uebert Angel said on that video, that President Mnangagwa, we do appreciate him each and every week or after 2 weeks handika. So vochomeka mimi kutoti corruption inenge iri kwese handika. So this is not only happening in Zimbabwe but all over Africa. Ndikune dzimwe nyika kutoti madiplomats aya vanoita zvavanokwanisa nezvimwe zvavanenge vasingakwanise kuita, but they will open doors to these investors vanenge vachiuya nemari yakasviba nedzimwe mari dzisinganzwisike, kuti vauye munyika vatange mabusiness, kuti vakline mari yavo vadzokere nyika dzavo vane mari inenge yakajeka handika. Saka this is more deeper than the documentary itself. This has been happening for years, for decades, not just in Zimbabwe but kune nyika dzakati wandei. So this is our daily news, breaking news, everyday news on Prince Menenjetseme TV. That's where Mr. Kumalo and Mr. Kalaba is coming from, because they knew could such incident like this they do happen, but this was happening now on camera. Is, as he said, this happened behind the scenes. And saka takuziva tane a bit of inside of madeals anenge achiitwa nema-ambassador nevanhu vanomirira nyika dzakawanda kuti no, madeals amwe aya on paper anenge ari okay, but behind the scenes vanenge vatowirirana zvimwe zvinhu zvokutoti vanenge vatotengesa dzimwe nguva nyika kune vanhu ava just kungonzi tina investor ari kuuya kuzoinvesta mari yakati. I do disagree that this would be the best interest of the nation. No, this is the best interest of themselves and influential people who will be opening doors for this investor anenge achinzi ari kuuya munyika. Ndi vanenge vachipuwa ma-appreciation fees vanenge vachipuwa every month or every after 2 months or so. Saka the story goes on. Doesn't mean kuti zvapera ipapo pana Uebert Angel. He won't be the last, and definitely he is not the first to do this. Vanhu vazhinji we've been doing what Angel was caught doing on camera. Bless up.